am incredibly impressed that they were able to come up with a pan, tilt, and zoom, an official PTZ camera. And when I say pan, tilt, zoom, I mean actual Z zoom, not digital zoom. It has digital zoom, but it actually has two lenses built into the camera here, two different cameras that it switches between to give you that telephoto and the close-up, and then do the digital. So I'm going to qualify that as zoom. So we open it up real quick here. It's going to have some information about the installations. This one also has a networking port that you can use, but it is Wi-Fi enabled. So it's telling you to make sure that you have that covered up. So this is their Outdoor Light 3. This is the instruction manual for it. Now I've already set this up on my account. It's ready to go, but it's pretty simple. Just like all the other Blurams, you go through the process. It's got all of the instructions that you could need there, and the app will walk you through the process. Super duper simple here. Again, not a lot of complexity. This is a PTZ camera with Wi-Fi antennas. Now, is it super sturdy? Like, could you refund these antennas? No. You know, again, you want to be gentle with a lot of this stuff, but is it going to be functional? Absolutely. And it looks super official because it's got, you know, those really nice Wi-Fi antennas here. Now you could, like again, we said we could go with the other style here, just like the Rio Lynx and some of the other more expensive units. It has a reset button, so you can reset the programming, Wi-Fi features of it. It has the Wi-Fi connector here, and it does have a waterproof connection if you want to use that. And then it plugs in. I'm going to use the same outlet that I used on the other one, but this is the included cord. Again, white to match, and it has some pretty good distance on it. And I haven't even opened it up, but here is that waterproof that we were talking about, the other side of the connector here. If you want to do an Ethernet installation, this is the wrap that they have you wrap finally around based on these instructions, just to make sure that the power is waterproof as well. So you got all of that. So that is the Outdoor Light 3. The cool thing, again, a pan, tilt, zoom camera, which you never see at this price point. So we're going to go ahead and install this thing real fast, and I'll let you guys see how I do that. I'm going to just put one screw in the corner. It is a little bit heavier than most, and I'm going to take one of these out. Now that's enough. Again, I would put all 4 screws in if this was a permanent installation. That's enough for demo work, and we're going to go ahead and plug it in, and I'm going to switch over so you guys can kind of see what it's doing right now. Red and blue LEDs back and forth. Look like a little cop car. Super bright. Look at that. Super bright. It's PTZ again. Look at that. You can see the light as it moved around. Now it's going to run around and figure out the full range of motion that it has. So that's how it detects when you're panning and tilting how far it can go, is when it starts up, it's going to do this range check. I can hear the IR filters clicking in on it. So it does have night vision as well. So I'm going to go into the Ptz Studio here. So this is the view of it right now. So that's live. So you can see I just switched cameras. I switched over there. It's looking at my camera system on the other side of the room. I wish I could, I can't picture in a picture of that camera. Maybe I can slide this over so you can, there you go. You can see it. Now you can see it looking at me. So that's what we're looking at right now, is this camera from Blurams. I'm going to hit the pan tilt, and I'm going to go left. And then you're going to see that the picture on it changes, and now it's looking right at me. Now that looks an awful close picture here. Maybe I've got it on the other one. I do have 2 different options. I have full HD or standard SD. So again, not incredibly high definition on this. I think it's 3 megapixel, but let's take a look. I'm going to hit the 4 megapixel lens. Now look what the video is doing there. Do you notice how it's come in? And I can even do a little bit more if I want to do a digital zoom. Now I just did a digital zoom, and that's why it's looking a little bit less clear than it normally does. So there, I've zoomed back out, but look at how clear that is on my beard. Again, that's what I look for in these cameras. And this thing could be mounted high up on a pole. It can be mounted on the eave of your house. Now, that is the 8 millimeter lens that it has. When I hit this button, it's going to go back, or should go back out one more setting. We'll see. And I'll do, oh, so it's back to the 4 millimeter now. If I hit the 8, you're going to see it climb in here now. So that's it switching, and then switching out quickly to the other camera. There's actually 2 cameras in here, and that's why I give them credit. When most people say that they have a pan tilt zoom, they're lying to you. The zoom is only digital. This is an actual optical zoom that you're seeing right now. 1080p resolution. You can see my headdress or headset that I'm wearing. Works really, really well. Does have a micro SD slot if I remember right. Let me go take and pan and tilt and I'll take a look at the back. Two-way audio capability. Yep, so it's going to have that. Again, water resistance rating, which is another cool, awesome thing here. And I don't know if this one is going to let me, it's going to let me alarm, but I don't know if it lets me turn on. I can do the alarm, but I don't know if it lets me turn on the floodlights without it. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the alarm. That cannot be super annoying, but let me turn it around to you guys so you get to see what's going on. So now you can use the pan option inside the software, like I'm going over to that, or you can actually pan right from this screen. So if you want to go a little bit left or right, you just pan left or right, and you can see I'm just tracing with my finger here, and it will pan across. You can also use the joystick control that they have there. So there you go. I'm going to give you one more look at the alarm and the noise that it makes. Red and blue LEDs. It does not have the spotlights on that one, and I wish there was a way to turn those on. I don't know exactly how to turn those on directly from it. I'm just going to go look real quick. Just looking through the app here again. My Blurams Guard program is expired. My Family Care Plus is not activated. My Family Care Plus, this is a very unique feature to Blurams. It allows you to say, if I don't see some activity in a certain period, let me know. So you can again do that kind of stuff that detects to see if there's been motion in an area, which is kind of the opposite, but I'm really happy about that. Another feature of this one, which is very unique again, is motion tracking. Now it's tracking over there. I'm gonna have to give it something pretty to look at. Here we go. So we're gonna go all the way around. It sees me. I'm gonna start to move a little bit, and do you see what it's doing? It's actually tracking my face as I walk around. But again, I enabled motion tracking, so maybe you got that pesky kid that runs across your yard, or maybe you need just an enormous field of view. Again, I'm still on the 8mm lens there. Let me go back out. So yeah, maybe you need an enormous field of view, so you can go ahead and say, I want it to do motion tracking, and it'll follow that. So very excited about these products. As you can tell, Blurams has made a really, really good entry into the budget IP camera space. Got really good reviews and ratings so far, and they've worked really, really well for me. But this was from Blurams IP camera with pan tilt zoom feature and outdoor rating. Can't do better than that. Again, 3 megapixels, what they're saying is the resolution. I'd believe that. Again, looks pretty crisp and clear when I've used it. Grass colors maybe a little bit off. You know, I've seen a few of that, but